And I'm Nick Patrick, and we do begin with our complete coverage of the coronavirus here in the borderland. Another 2 people have died from COVID-19 in El Paso, and we have learned the victims were 2 men, one in his 50s, another in his 70s, and both had underlying conditions. This brings the total number now of deaths in the county up to 60. Officials also reported another 17 people tested positive, which means now there have been 2,393 cases so far. Another 68 people have recovered. That brings that number of recoveries to more than 1,300, and that leaves, with active cases in El Paso, 998. The Department of Public Health also said that the number of hospitalizations decreased from 112 to 106. Of those, 67 people are still in the ICU, 21 are on ventilators. Remember, we always publish all of this and more information over on our website, kvia.com.
Let's take a look at the numbers across the border in Juarez. No new cases and deaths were reported yesterday. City officials did say several cases are in the verification process, and the lack of increases should not be taken as a sign that the outbreak is ending. The total number of cases remains at 909. 210 people have died. In Doñana County, 16 new cases were announced, pushing the total to 423. The death toll there remains at 2. 2 new cases were confirmed at the Otero County Prison.
And happening today, reopening El Paso Scenic Drive full-time. That is going to be a topic of discussion, among other things, at City Council today. The area first closed at the beginning of April due to the pandemic, but it was reopened for the first time over the weekend. The plan right now is to hold Scenic Sundays. That would let people walk, run, bike, and while it's closed to vehicles, that would happen every Sunday. But the City Council meeting agenda for today states they will discuss and possibly vote on reopening Scenic Drive every day exclusively to pedestrians. The meeting is happening right now. The discussion has not yet happened. Of course, ABC 7 will let you know what City Council leaders decide. Well, millions of Americans have lost jobs. Others may have seen their 401k plummet. So we spoke with a certified financial planner who says when it comes to investments, stay the course. Don't worry too much about the daily ups and downs.
We recommend people just sit tight, continue to conserve their money and save, and then hopefully we will be riding out of this and unemployment numbers will start to decrease and the economy will get back to work.
Michael Dujaquet says the market has already bounced back significantly since it hit bottom in late March. The concern now is how the market will recover, and when he believes that it will be determined by how things are able to reopen and the comfort that Americans have going back out. Dujaquet recommends you take this time to educate yourself as much as you can about your finances. Just save as much money as possible. All right, well, let's take a break from the headlines. Look outside once again on that traffic track. Does look like there's a bit of a delay if you're heading eastbound out of El Paso there, just past 375. Some construction scheduled for 375 a little bit later on this week, so watch out for that. Just a part of some scheduled construction in central El Paso along 54, also ramping up as we head into tomorrow. You can always watch us on Good Morning El Paso for the latest updates right there. Switching gears now, a Memorial Day barbecue in San Antonio turned to tragedy when a 4-year-old child was shot and killed. The shooting Monday, is still under investigation, but appears to be accidental. San Antonio police say while people in the backyard of the home were enjoying a barbecue, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old boy were alone playing inside a bedroom. Police say that's when the 2 boys got their hands on a weapon. The boy was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Police are unsure at this time if any charges will be filed. And a baby boy is expected to recover from his injuries after being shot. It happened late Monday in Louisiana. Police say shots were fired from the street by multiple suspects, and the gunfire struck the 10-month-old baby in the upper body. Police say it's still too early to determine if the home was the intended target. However, no other home on the street was shot. Officials are not sure if the gunmen were in a car or if they were on foot. This is expected to be a big week for El Paso County on Friday. El Paso is set to join the rest of the state in phase 2 of the governor's reopening plan. This means restaurants will be able to open now at 50% capacity. Child care facilities along with bars will also be able to reopen. But this also comes as El Paso continues to see those increase in both hospitalizations and deaths. The city county health authority had this message for those who might be looking to go out during the reopening.
Any chronic conditions, if you belong to those at-risk groups, please stay home. You can enjoy a nice drink at home instead of going out. If we all take care of each other, we will be able to balance the public health with the economy, because we need to find that fine balance. We still need to continue protecting our most vulnerable ones.
And also part of the Phase 2 reopenings, day youth camps as well as youth sports will be able to resume on Sunday. Youth games, however, will not be able to resume until June. Thank you very much, Nicole. And with a seemingly unstable stock market, many may be concerned about their retirement savings. A certified financial planner tells us the market has come back significantly since March and says ups and downs are something we've all seen before.
Our advice always is to stay put. We have no idea when the bottom will hit or the top will hit, and we want to make sure that our clients don't make emotional decisions that are going to be lasting. We want to make sure that we stick with the plans that we have in place.
Michael Dutroquette says now is the time to save your money. He says that as the economy starts to climb back up, the question becomes what that recovery will look like, and he says no one really knows exactly when things will return to normal. He believes recovery could depend on how businesses are able to reopen and how comfortable Americans are with going back out into the world. He says the average investor does not need to concern themselves with daily rises and falls. Plus, if you're on the younger side, you have a long time to recover those losses before you'll need to pull them from your accounts. Just don't be afraid to check the 401k. And St. Francis of Assisi's Basilica reopened today. That was for Mass for the first time since the lockdown began. The Italian Air Force decided to fly the tricolor arrows of the Italian flag. There it is. Great shot right there. That's right over the religious site, and that's to pay homage to Italy's patron saint, St. Francis. Today is the anniversary of the dedication of the Basilica. And if you're frustrated with your child's picky eating, becoming the food police, well, it only makes it worse. I think I know this from experience. That's from a new study, though, in the journal Pediatrics, which followed parents and their children for 5 years. The study shows that demanding that children eat certain foods or punishing them by restricting foods does not help. Instead, the children become even pickier about what they eat. That's probably why I only ate fries for about the first 18 years of my life. The authors explain that eating is one of the few things kids have control over. Pediatricians recommend that you do not demand children clean their plates either or reward them with desserts. Children do best when introduced to new foods earlier in life. Well, let's just keep the food train rolling. Pizza Hut celebrating 2020 graduates by giving away a free pizza. The pizza chain posted on Twitter that it is giving away 500,000 medium one-topping pizzas. To claim one, the company says visit the website pizzahut.com/gradparty. Once there, sign up for a Hut Rewards account. Of course, if you don't have one, you're not doing it right. The giveaway ends on May 28th, but the coupons can be redeemed online through June 4th. Pizza Hut says it's teamed up with Americans Dairy Farmers for the giveaway. I'm going to go ahead and order that right now, I think, Madeline.
I'm just so hungry. This is the worst time to be talking about food, Nick. We do it so much.
I know. All right, we'll be right back. Final check with Nicole and weather. That's coming up. All right, I promised Nicole, but she's having some issues with the iPad, so you get me. And we're talking about a pretty good looking 7-day forecast out there. As far as the heat goes, tomorrow, maybe your best bet if you're about ready to head out the door. 97 degrees with that sunshine. Today looks like the day if you maybe want to go for a run this afternoon. Not unbearably hot, a comfortable morning. We get about a 10% shot of rain all the way through into next Monday. Slightly cooler there. Looks like Friday could be a bit of a cool down there with that front coming through, but not too bad, Madeline. I'll take it. The
good news is we've got something to look forward to this weekend. A little bit of a cool down back to our low 90s, Nick. I will take that any day over 97.
Absolutely. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.